Hi, I'm Paul, and I'm the lead research technician at the How to Linux Research Labs. Today's video is titled How to Install Thunderbird on Linux Mint 21.1. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's open up our Linux Mint desktop. And I have it on a remote machine. And I'm going to access it by no machine remote desktop. Okay. Here's my Linux Mint installation here, and I'm going to install Thunderbird desktop email client on my Linux Mint, and I'm going to do it via the Flatpak package format. Thunderbird, it's a powerful open source email client, a desktop client, and it has been a reliable program for Linux Mint users for quite some time. And though Mozilla does not maintain it, the Thunderbird community has taken up the mantle, dedicating themselves to continuously improving this free, robust, and user-friendly application. And if you're a Linux Mint user looking for an alternative email client, there are many compelling reasons why you might want to consider Thunderbird. So let's go ahead and explore some of the main reasons here. I'll just list them off real quick. It's versatile and flexible. It is cross-platform, and it supports various email protocols, IMAP, POP, and it has an integration of chat clients inside of it as well. It's secure and private. It's got built-in privacy tools. It's open source software, and it has S-MIME support, so you can encrypt your email for security. And it's customizable, and it's got a very user-friendly interface. And you can use add-ons and extensions to add capabilities to the experience. It's got smart folders and tabbed email. And finally, it does have a good support community. They're active, and it's vibrant and dedicated. And it's got pretty good comprehensive documentation as well. So all these things go to make a pretty good desktop email client. So yeah, in a nutshell, Thunderbird brings together the best of both worlds, reliability and security of open source software, and the ease of use often associated with proprietary software. It's no wonder it's a popular choice amongst Linux Mint users who value flexibility, control, and privacy. Okay, so my upcoming video, I will demonstrate how to install Thunderbird on Linux Mint 21 via the Flatpak option. Now, the other option would be installing Thunderbird using APT, which is native to, it's the default package manager on Mint, which is based on Debian and Ubuntu. So we're going to forego that one for this video, and I'm going to opt for, now there's a couple other, you can use APT, standard repo. You can also install it from Mozilla Thunderbird's own personal package archive. So you can go directly to the source, the Mozilla way, as opposed to doing it with whatever's in the Mint repos. So there are a couple of ways besides the Flatpak. But right now I'm going to use Flatpak and FlatHub. Okay, so in case you weren't sure, an alternative to the APT package management system is the use of Flatpaks. The Flatpak package manager is designed to distribute sandboxed applications across various Linux distros. This approach isolates applications from the rest of the system, enhancing security and allowing different versions of applications to coexist on the same without conflict. Of course, sometimes you have to deal with some of the downsides of sandboxing, which means you're going to have to possibly grant your Flatpak program's permissions to interact with your local file system. Now, Flatpak should already be installed on our system, on our Mint system, but we'll check that. And if not, we can easily install it, using apt. Okay, so now let's proceed with the steps to install Thunderbird using Flatpak and FlatHub. Okay, so the first step, we're going to check and see if Flatpak and FlatHub are installed, and if not, then we're going to go ahead and enable it. So before we can install Thunderbird with Flatpak, we first need to enable Flatpak support on the Mint system, and this process involves adding the FlatHub repo. So Flatpak would be the command, and the actual the description of the actual package format would be a Flatpak or flat, and FlatHub is the actual online repository where these programs are hosted. Okay, so the process also involves adding the FlatHub repository or repo to our system's list of software sources. FlatHub, like I said, does serve as a large hub online for a broad array of Flatpak applications, making it an essential resource for Flatpak users. Okay, so let's go ahead and check if we have Flatpak and FlatHub installed. Okay, in our terminal, we're going to key in this command here, and this command checks if the FlatHub repository exists in our Flatpak configuration or not. If it doesn't, it adds the remote FlatHub repository from the provided URL. So it'll check it, and if Flatpak and FlatHub are already installed, then we'll be good. We can go ahead and use Flatpak to install our programs. And if not, it'll add this to the sources list. Okay, so let's key this in and enter on that and see what happens. Okay, now I can clear that and check and see if Flatpak has actually been installed. Okay, I keyed the command in wrong. Flatpak should be spelled like this, -- version, and as you can see, the version that was installed is 1.12.7, and I have verified that the most current version is 1.15.3, but that could be a video for another time when I install the most current version of Flatpak on Mint, or whatever other distro I choose to demonstrate it on. But for our purposes, this should work. Okay, so let's go ahead and use Flatpak 1.12.7 to install Thunderbird. Okay, so Flatpak is installed. Go ahead and clear on that. And on to the next step, which is going to be to install Thunderbird with Flatpak. Okay, so yeah, now that we've enabled Flatpak and added the FlatHub repository, we can proceed with installing Thunderbird. The installation process is pretty straightforward and only involves a single command. So to install Thunderbird using Flatpak, we will need to use the Flatpak install command. So we're going to use the Flatpak command keyword here, and that's going to pull the program that we want to install, Thunderbird in this case. It's going to pull it from the remote FlatHub repository. Okay? We can also download Thunderbird and save it locally and then run it through Flatpak. I believe it was a Flatpak install, and then so you CD into the folder where you've downloaded Thunderbird, and you invoke Flatpak, and then install would be like one of the options. And then the argument would be the Thunderbird Flatpak package that you downloaded. But we're going to do it remotely this time. But keep in mind that you can also download and install Flatpaks locally as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and key in the commands we need to download and install Thunderbird. Okay, Thunderbird is keyed in. Okay, let's check it. Flatpak install, and it's going to pull it from the FlatHub repo. And this is the name of the hosted Thunderbird program here, org.mozilla.thunderbird. Okay, so this command instructs Flatpak to install the Thunderbird package from the FlatHub repository or repo. Now, I didn't put in a Y option, but if you put a Y option in here, I believe it will be in here or here, then you won't be prompted. It'll just automatically do everything. And if you don't have it, you should be if there's any prompts, it'll ask you if you want to proceed, and you have to choose yes or no or whatever. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to key down on this right now. Okay, we don't have to worry about things being streamlined too much because there's not that. Probably won't get prompted, but maybe once, anything. You won't get prompted a million times or something like that. Now, if you're installing stuff where you're going to be prompted all the time, yes, no, then yeah, you'd want to pass the Y option in. But for something simple like this, you could probably forego the Y flag. Okay, so yeah, keep in mind that using Flatpak and FlatHub, you can install Thunderbird securely, and they don't conflict with each other. And they won't conflict with other applications on your system because it'll be in a sandbox. So yeah, this approach provides additional flexibility for Linux users, ensuring that you can always access the software you need regardless of your system's specific configuration. Okay, so once we have this keyed in, let's go ahead and enter on that. Okay, we do get one prompt here. So it found the runtime, it found the package for Thunderbird that we're looking for this architecture, and it found it in the remote FlatHub here, the remote FlatHub repo, and we are being prompted at least once here. So we'll key in Y for yes, and we'll enter on that, and another one. So a couple of prompts, not too bad. Now probably if you passed the Y flag in there, you wouldn't have gotten those prompts. Then we'll just probably go ahead and have just downloaded and installed everything without having any input from you. Now, Flatpak is a little. So here's your permissions, and you can change these permissions with Flat Seal if you need to. This is what it's going to have access to on your local system, and you can always remove or add by using Flat Seal. It's a separate program to manage Flatpak permissions. Now this is getting a little confusing, all these runtimes. I still haven't really been up to speed on a lot of what these mean myself. Just know that trying to install Thunderbird, so if you see Thunderbird here, that's good enough for me for the moment. Okay, so you want to proceed with these changes to the system installation? Yes, I do. So we'll key in Y for yes, and we'll enter on that, and we'll wait for it to download and install Thunderbird. Okay, we've successfully installed a Thunderbird on Linux Mint. Now it's time to start using this email client. I'm not going to use it. We're just going to launch it. There's two ways of launching it. It can be done, different. It can be done differently depending on how you installed Thunderbird. If you did it from APT, then you would just type in just regular. Let me go ahead and clear the screen here. You would just type in Thunderbird like this if you installed it via APT, just regular Thunderbird. But we didn't install it that way. We installed it via Flatpak, so it's going to be a little different. Not much but definitely different. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cycle back to the Flatpak install command that I used earlier to actually install it, and we can just take out a couple of words here. Take out the Flatpak, the install, and the FlatHub, and just leave the name of the package. So once we've taken all the other extra stuff out, actually, you know what? We do need to actually have. We can take the install out, but we need to have Flatpak and the run command. Okay, yeah, we got. This is what we have to have here. So I removed the install. So instead of install, it's run. Okay, and you're not using the FlatHub repo. So yeah, the install and the FlatHub repo will come into play because install and the FlatHub repo work together. So we're not installing, so you can get rid of the install command and get rid of FlatHub because we're not installing. So those two can go and be replaced just by run, but we still have to have Flatpak. So install and FlatHub are out and replaced by run. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just key all that in there. Let's double check it. Okay, looks good. Once that's keyed in, go ahead and enter on that, and let's see what happens. It should launch Thunderbird. Mind you, my Linux Mint is on a slow machine, so it could take a couple of moments here. Okay, that did launch a Thunderbird. Now I'm not going to go ahead and do all the customization like I did on my other daily driver distro. We can see it's been installed successfully. There's a couple of tabs that came up here. You can read everything. Mainly, you want to go ahead and set up your email account. Set up, start a new account, give all your information, set up your email servers and whatnot, and start sending and receiving. Okay, so that's how we launched Thunderbird via the terminal. Go ahead and X that out and minimize the terminal. And we're going to go ahead and launch Thunderbird from the desktop. It's a more user-friendly way. I like to show both, and I like to do both: the terminal and the command line interface and the GUI, the graphical user interface too. The GUI is more friendly, and the command line is not as friendly, but they're both good to know how to work with. Okay, so to launch Thunderbird from the desktop environment, Xface. This is Xface, by the way. We're going to navigate to the following path in our application menu here. So go to the application launcher here, application menu, start button down here. You could do a search for it in the search bar here, or try to find it in wherever appropriate section that you think would be here. With mine, it actually came up. It was actually right here in the internet section, so I didn't have to go digging around too much. So there's a couple of entries here. There's two of them. We'll just pick one. Anyway, it's possible the other one was already installed on there. I didn't check before. So one might be the whatever was defaultly installed by the Mint developers, and the other one possibly is the Flatpak. So we'll just pick the top one here, and we'll click on that, and we'll wait for that to launch. Okay, same thing. Now I'd have to spend a couple of moments, I won't do it now, trying to figure out which one was the Flatpak and which one was probably already installed on here. But there should be no conflict between them. Let's try the bottom one here, see if it looks any different. Okay, that one launched as well, so they both work. Probably one's natively installed. The other one was the Flatpak that I just installed right now. Okay, so either way, they're installed. So yeah, we installed Thunderbird via Flatpak on Linux Mint 21.1. Vera, I do believe, is what the I had Vanessa before. Now I have Vera 21.1, and we can actually do a little investigation. I can show you exactly what I have here. 21.1 is Vera. Okay, yeah, we just came from 21.0, which was Vanessa. Now I'm on Vera 21.1. Okay, good. Okay, so getting started with Thunderbird on Linux Mint. A couple of things to keep in mind that you have it installed. Now that you've got it, installed on your Mint, let's a couple of quick tips and tricks. And the first tip would be, set up your, like I showed you set up your accounts, your servers, get everything going. Configure your user interface. You could change the appearance. There's a certain theme that I like to throw on mine. It's called, I believe, Suave. So it adds like a little blue Thunderbird logo in the right upper hand, corner. So you can, there's a place where you can go into. I'm not going to show you here because it's to poke around, but it's a place where you can do add-ons and extensions and customize and add themes just to make it look better. So you want the layout. You want to do your account. Set up your account. Your email servers. You want to add, you want to customize the look, themes, extensions, the appearance, and then there's some, keyboard shortcuts. You can. There's also a way to back up your emails, so you can get them out of the Thunderbird folder and you back them up somewhere outside of Thunderbird. And if you can also set Thunderbird as your default email client. I do have it as my default client on my daily driver. Okay, so yeah, that was how to install Thunderbird on Linux Mint. Yeah, okay, you can also keep it up. You can also have to have upgrade your installation as well. So if you had installed Thunderbird via APT, you'd use your standard APT upgrade and APT update and upgrade command with the logical AND operator in between. But since we did it via Flatpak, then this is the command to use right here to actually update your Flatpak installations here. So Flatpak update. Okay, I have the keyed in. Let's go ahead and enter on that and see what happens. Looking for updates. Nothing to do. Okay, that looks pretty straightforward there. And let's see if it goes back to the prompt or not. But anyway, this is the command that you use to update your Flatpaks this way. Flatpak update. Nothing to do? Good. And I'm going to go ahead and interrupt this, I think, since I think we're clear. I don't know if it was going to revert back to the prompt by itself or not, so I went ahead and did a keystroke and killed it and went back to the prompt. Okay, good. There's also some steps on how to uninstall it. We don't need to get into that right now. They do have an official Thunderbird website where you can go to get the official documentation. Okay, so that was how to install Thunderbird on Linux Mint 21.1 via the Flatpak FlatHub repo method. Okay, I'm Paul, and I am the lead research technician at the How to Linux Research Labs. Thank you for watching and subscribing. I look forward to your comments and your feedback. Thank you.